All right, so day 23, moving on, continuing forward. Let's just, as always, just get straight into this. So, unfortunately, it's kind of no surprise at this point, really. Wasn't able to get a photo, but I guess I kind of took some time to really process, kind of think about, how am I gonna adjust, or how am I gonna really change, or what am I gonna do to really changed on the fact that I'm not taking photos as often as I should be. As unfortunate as it may be, I guess the whole gist of it is that it's just gonna, in some days, that's just gonna have to be the case, right? Especially with, like I've stated, my work schedule, and even to be honest, even I'm starting to see more changes, especially during this week. I see that I'm gonna get a little bit busy. I'm gonna probably not have as much time as far as with these videos, with photo taking, all that shite, because believe it or not, I'm supposed to work tomorrow night, which it should have been day 24. I'm gonna try my best to, I'm gonna really try my best to at least try to upload or try to record, edit, upload before the night, before I have to go on to night shift. But it's kind of like what I've stated, this was soon bound to happen. And I don't know if you guys can tell by my facial expressions or by just the sound of my voice. Yeah, it's not that I'm tired of doing this, it's just that I'm really kind of tired as far as with work. So, unfortunately, that's not, I'm trying to, yet again, trying to be more energetic in a way, kind of like what I've stated last video. I'm trying to make these videos more entertaining, engaging, interesting for you guys. So let me just try to not feel as bored or whatever you want to call it. So the photo that we're editing today, believe it or not, is of my dog that I took, like I've stated, months ago. Because was deep in my memory cards. I found it. This was probably during the fall, the fall season. So that's why I kind of picked it, because I also like the background as far as with the leaves. Unfortunate, but I only got the fucking branch right here. That was what came in focus. My dog, which is really the whole centerpiece of this whole picture, didn't even come out in fucking focus. Again, this was relatively during my early days in photography, so had I known better, maybe I could have done something, but as far as with right now, it is what it is. I can't do nothing much. But so far we've made a couple of changes. I may do masking um with this, but we'll just see. We'll just go down again. As far as with, if I'm gonna attempt to do anything different, probably not. It's just kind of following the essence of what we've been doing these past couple of days, as far as just getting more practice in, understanding what sliders affect what in a picture, and then most importantly, trying different types of photos, right? Because I would see myself kind of doing the same old photos as far as with landscape, maybe then in their portraits, and that's really the gist of it. So again, I'm trying to what would you say? I'm trying to have a variety. I'm trying to have variety in that. But kind of like what I was stated in the beginning of the video, as unfortunate as it may be, that again my whole goal with all this was to take the photo the same day and edit it the same day, and I've also written it down here, take at least one photo every single day. The more I've thought about it, and the more I've came to the realization that maybe that's not going to be the case with some certain days. I know there's maybe some certain days that we could attempt, or that I can attempt to try the best that I can as far as taking a photo. But as unfortunate as it may be, there's just some days that there's just no way I'm gonna be able to. There's just no way I'm gonna be able to take a photo. As far as that's something I'm really gonna try to push myself. there's just a couple of days that there is just simply no way, no fucking way I'll be able to do it. Just on the fact on my schedule, and then with my work, with my whole essence of work, anything can change within a second, right? Again, I don't want to really get into work, and I don't really want to say what I do. But let's just say that my job considers me, first of all, paying attention, and then me being alert, and most importantly, me being prepared at all times as far as what could happen. So that's the whole essence of it. Again, I'm not going to get too much into the details, but that's really the gist of it. And unfortunately, in some cases, I know it's going to happen eventually. I'm not going to say it's going to happen soon, but I know eventually there's going to be one day that no matter what I do, I'm probably this whole period of daily uploading, which has roughly lasted about a week. I was surprised that I have actually made it in time for last video. But I know sooner rather than later it's gonna come to an end, as unfortunate as it may be. It is what it is. But for the meantime, let's just continue with it. I should not be complaining as far as with right now with the videos I have posted and the photos I've edited during this period. So, and again, if worse comes to worse, if it does stop, if my streak does stop one day, I'm gonna try my best to recreate that. So it's not gonna be like, oh, I tried my best, but we're gonna leave it as it is. No, yeah, we failed at, I wouldn't say failed, but yeah, we failed at one attempt, but we're gonna try it again. We're gonna go for a second attempt, right? So that's just kind of my mindset as far as with these videos and this period of daily uploading. And I kind of wanted to also kind of get that out for you guys, because I know more recently I've been saying, unfortunately I haven't been able to take a photo, but I don't think I've actually explained why in a way. I just mostly go to the fact that, oh, it's just my work schedule. But I haven't really explained as to why that's, in some cases and in some days, that's simply impossible for me, right? So now that we got that out of the way, we've done some adjustments with tone curve. We're currently right now with the color mixer. I personally like how I've adjusted the orange. I made the leaves a little bit more stand out, a little bit, I don't know, more appropriate. I think color graded. So, but that's what we have so far. So right now I'm just currently on the greens. As I'm was sliding these, I'm not sure, maybe, okay, believe it or not, maybe just a slight decrease onto hue. And then with saturation, I wouldn't want to oversaturate it. Maybe, but just a slight increase with saturation, and then with luminance, a slight increase as well. Now, again, I want to talk more of as far as what my whole plan is with these videos, making them more interesting. Because you guys seen it in day 20, I've added extra clips, especially when I was going over my gear, and just more recently on the last two videos, I've been adding the original raw and then the edited photo towards the end of the video. Because I know I can easily just go back and forth. Maybe you guys would have a good view, or if for those who are following my Instagram, they could see a better view as far as with the final edited version. But again, I'm starting to incorporate different, I wouldn't say components, but I'm trying to add on to my videos. Slowly but surely, I'm starting to get a little bit more of the groove as far as with what to add onto my videos. I think as it stands right now, I'm in the process right now of trying to learn how to create thumbnails. So hopefully, sooner rather than later, I'm praying, hopefully, I should be actually creating thumbnails instead of just, grabbing clips or random clips from my video and using that as my thumbnail. But then again, I don't know if you guys seem to enjoy that. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest, but as far as right now, that's what I got. Now again, with this color grading, I wouldn't want to push it too much because I think we got a good, I think we got a good start up as far as with the basic and the color mixture. But I think actually, believe it or not, the way how we have it, with a little bit towards the orange, just a little saturation. And if we were to hide the changes, it's barely nothing, but I personally like that. So if we were to just, all right, we'll just leave it like that. Now, as far as with shadows, so it would be affecting roughly the tree branches and the tree trunks in the background. What would be my attack with this? I would definitely need to see. Although, like I've stated, I don't wanna overdo it because let's see. Okay, actually, believe it or not, with shadows, we'll just leave it as it is because I don't know. I guess what I also need to put to my, or say to myself is, I don't have to utilize every option, right? I guess for a time period especially since I've learned, not learned, but I'm in the process of learning tone curve, color mixture, color grading, maybe even masking. I guess I mentally say to myself, okay, I gotta use it no matter what. But maybe if I dial it down, kind of analyze or really think about before making any changes, is this actually making the photo better? Is it making it worse? How big is it affecting it, right? So maybe I really gotta look into that now. With midtones, I kind of have it in the same place as far as with the slider towards the orange. Although believe it or not, I don't see much change, but because I actually like how just ever so slightly it's making a change to the leaves. I don't know if you guys can really see that, but it's just an ever so slight change to the leaves. I'm gonna actually keep it like that, although it's very subtle, and at that point you would question if it's really even needed at that point, but we'll just leave it as it is. So midtones, that completes that. With highlights, I would, okay, so we're just affecting the sky, that's good. So with the sky, I would want to be in the theme as far as with the warmer side, but at the same time I don't, but I don't know. I would definitely need to see as to what. Okay, I don't know what the hell this was, but to believe it or not, I think I actually like that change. Well, actually, again, I'll see it and I'll pick what's a good balance for this highlights. Okay, believe it or not, we're just with highlights, we're just gonna leave it as it is just now, and hopefully maybe when we go to masking, we can just probably just decrease a little bit of the exposure because I don't want the sky being too overexposed, so we'll just leave it like that. But for right now, I think we should be done with color grading, not more changes. As far as with any cropping, believe it or not, I personally like how it is, the way how I originally took it. So we're just gonna leave it like that. I personally don't think no cropping should be needed. Oh, let's just see actually, if we would just put it just slightly, well, okay, never mind. Yep, never mind. We're just not gonna do that. All right. Now with masking, like I've stated, let's see with background. Oh shit. Oh, I picked the wrong one. All right, let's try with this guy. There we go. All right, that's good. So with the background, it's just a very, very minor decrease with exposure. It may look like nothing really, because if we were to hide the changes, it's just very minor. It's not really much of a big difference, and believe it or not, I think that would really be it. Although with contrast, it would actually look pretty nice if we were to increase the contrast just a little bit. With highlights, just maybe a slight decrease also with highlights. Whites also maybe bringing it down just a teensy bit, just a little bit. And with blacks, we'll keep it the same. Now, as far as with that, really just with background or mostly just for the sky, that to be honest would be all the changes we would have. Yeah, I personally like it. I think it just suits the photo a little bit more better. So we'll just leave it like that. Would I want to mask my dog? I know for a fact, as far as with focusing, unfortunate as it may be, there's no way we can refocus it. Of course, unless if I use AI, but I really don't think Lightroom has that feature. So, would I want to mask my dog? As far as with, well, I would really need to think about it because what would I change from here? All right, so more looking at it, no, I don't think it was. Again, if I were to mask my dog, I don't know what other changes I would add on to him. So I ended up not creating a mask and not doing any changes. Plus, I kind of already liked the way how he was. I mean, except for the fact that he's out of focus. But again, if we're not including that, personally like how it is. So I also took roughly a minute or so to really see what else we could change as far as with this photo. Because if we were to do before and after, this was before, kind of bland, no color. So in all fairness, is there really much change to begin with? Maybe just bringing the colors yet again more to life. That's all what we've really been doing. But overall, I think that's actually pretty good, to be honest. Although I'm 100% sure that I could have done a little bit more. Again, just simply on the fact that I gotta look more into Lightroom. And like I've stated, with Lightroom, tutorials do help me, but it won't help me to find my style of in Lightroom, if that makes sense. It will help me to understand what certain tools does and what or how that those tools affect your photo. But as far as with me looking tutorials onto, to see if they, who knows, I might get inspiration from a tutorial to use a certain tool, right? But there's not going to be no tutorial that will perfectly teach me, oh, this is how you should use it, and this is when you should use this tool, right? It's a case by case, and again, like I've stated with Lightroom, everyone has their own taste and their own style with Lightroom. So again, as far as with these tutorials, although they do help a lot, it's really mostly one just going in and practicing themselves, hands-on experience, that they can tweak it around, make it their own style, right? But as far as with this photo, although again, it may be another short video, well, I don't know, dependent how it is, another short video, but I don't know, maybe just with these videos of them being short and kind of non-complicated, I don't know. I don't know if you guys tend to like that more than 30-minute long or 40-minute long photo sessions or editing sessions that I'm going into every bit of detail as far as with masking, color grading, God knows what else, right? I don't know if this seems to be a better suit for you guys as the viewers, right? Because I don't know if you guys just like, you know, just straight to the point videos, not too much to edit on as far as with, just some sliders here and there, maybe some masking, but nothing too over the top, right? I'm not entirely sure. I'm not sure that if personally I'm trying to look at it, if I was a viewer of my channel, would I be interested in that? Would I not? Again, that's just going to be something for me to figure out. But again, another short, relatively short, but then I don't know. Again, I would need to check. But not too much of a change as far as with this photo. Although I'm sure I could have done a lot more. Believe it or not, just keeping it pretty simple. I think it turned out pretty good, to be honest. Again, more practice for me as far as what Lightroom has to offer, the better for me, right? So I can't really complain there. But like I've stated, I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna try my best to edit and upload the video today. I'm gonna try my best to record, edit, and upload another video tomorrow before I have that night shift, because I still want to keep this daily uploading journey going. I still personally, that's right now what's kind of motivated me to even in some way, shape, or form make these videos in a way, because I have that record going, and since the start, that's something that I always wanted to do. So I'm gonna try my best to yet again make them more interesting, but at the same time trying to make these videos kind of not too much short, but kind of simple, straight to the point. So then that way here, I can finish editing and upload them on the same day, right? But I don't know. That may just be something that I might need to look at. But as far as with today's video, again, not too much. But at the end of the day, did I like the video? Did I like the photo? As far as with right now, yeah. I'm not gonna say like always, because I know I've definitely had some opinions on other videos' photos. So as far as for right now, as I'm recording, I I actually like it. So I can't complain there. But other than that, that's really all for today. I thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video.